Why is not letting me leave this dumbass cold stream? Like, do I literally hate this dude? Gotta be online for me to leave? Think. And I can't kick. That's bullshit. All right, I think I'm done. I'll close this window. All right, how do I remove this dude from the co-stream? Like, what the fuck, man? All right, we're about to get to this. As you guys can see, I'm freaking fed up. Really fed up right now. Why is it not letting me remove the dude from the co-stream? Tell me. Okay. So I think they're at like 40 reviews. I think they're at 40. The bet was 50. And IGN and GameSpot looks to have made up their fucking mind. And GameSpot, I'm very surprised. I'm not surprised because it's GameSpot, but Gears 5 suddenly like freaking ranked lower than Control. How? Let me show you this before I get into this Metacritic bullshit. Let me show you this GameSpot bullshit. Let's look at GameSpot. See, GameSpot 7. I'm not even gonna click on it. They don't deserve it. They can kiss my ass. They don't deserve it. 7, but Control 8. Like, how's that possible? How Gears scored the same score as a fucking episodic game? Like, come on, man. Like, this is gaming journalism is at the worst it's ever been when it comes to video games. When reviewing video games, it's at the worst possible. I've never seen anything like this. They'll give fucking an ugly ass Zelda a 10 out of a 10. It's just so beautiful. They'll give Mario a 10 out of a 10 every day. They'll give free to play games like Apex and Fortnite on crazy. Somebody gave PUBG in its preview build a fucking 10. Like, come on. Like, come on. I know I'm not the only, like, I'm not crazy. I am not crazy. Something is wrong. There's never been a game, you literally put out a game, I was like, okay, we're going to take Gears 4, and we're going to make it look better, we're going to make it run better, we're going to improve the story, we're going to steal from the game of the generation, God of War, we're inspired by God of War, so we're going to take the things that they did, and we're going to implement it in our game, we're going to make it better, we're going to make it open, we're going to be more emotional with our story, we're going to make the story longer, we're going to add RPG elements. That's, oh shit! Like, I'm excited. Yeah, they're doing it. They're doing all good shit to the game. Not only that, once you get through our 18 to 20 hour campaign mode, which is longer than any other average Gears, we're going to have a shit ton of multiplayer modes for you. You're going to have your rank matches, you know, your King of the Hills, your team death matches, your executions. Not only that, we're going to bolster the hell out of Horde mode so you can spend a whole lot of time in that. Yeah, we're going to add this there. We're going to add, Jack's going to be more capable, blah, 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 blah. Not only that, that's not enough. No. We're going to add an arcade mode for these journalist noobs who don't know how to play fucking games. We're going to add a mode specifically for you so you can feel a part of the hardcore. We're going to add battle mode for you so you can feel welcome to the Gears team. We're going to do that for you because we know you suck at games. We know your reviews are predicated on you sucking at games. We're going to do that for you. We're going to completely remove Nashers from arcade mode so you can be balanced, so you can shoot a machine gun like everybody else. That's exactly what we're going to do. That mode is for you. You need no training. You need no practice. You can jump into the game and be good. That was enough. Not only that, we're going to add a new mode called Escape. It's actually technically like a battle royale, right? You get into the game, right? You got 3 players. It's co-op. There's poison following you. You got to take all these enemies, these locusts out, and you got to pretty much get it done before the poison kills you all. It's strategic. It's got a little bit of challenge to it, but it's a cooperative mode. Hasn't been done before in this Gears game. It just adds value to the game. That mode alone will probably have dedicated streams. I think so. What about you? Oh, okay. That's not enough. You know what? We're going to dip into our Halo theme, and we're going to add a map builder. We're going to build maps for you. We're gonna let you build maps. Get our little Minecraft on, our little Halo Forge on, and let you build maps in the Gears game. That's never been done before. And somehow, what did that do? Put Gears 5 1 point over Gears 4? Are you fucking kidding me? Gaming journalists are the worst thing in gaming. The worst thing in gaming. These dudes don't know video games. I'm sick and tired. You know, I've been begging and lobbying for review codes for Gears 5. Obviously, I'm interested. I want to play. I really want to play Gears 5. I've been hyped. 3 years hyped. I never gave up on this franchise. I wasn't blessed enough to get a review code. But no, they gave a motherfucker named Heron, he's from US Gamer, who's affiliated with who? Kotaku. And he gave the game a fucking 60. Oh, shit. US Gamer? We sure they're from US? US Gamer? Huh? No. A 60. Look at this dork. You don't look like he plays no damn Gears. You don't give somebody that looks like that a review code. I wouldn't. Not to review my damn game. Absolutely not. But no, they did. They gave him the review code, or gave US Gamer, and they gave it to this dork to review, and he gave it a 60 because he ain't got shit better else to do. I'm afraid to see what he reviewed in the other games. No, absolutely not. Get me out of here. Right? Somos Xbox, they know what they're talking about. Alejandros, I don't know what they're talking about. Multiplayer.it, I think that's for Italy. 92, that's fair. Twinfinite, fair. Twinfinite, yeah. COG connected to 87. I'm not actually mad at, because when I read the pair, I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm with that. But with these game radars, these 80s and shit, this US Gamer, that's fake. I don't even count. That shit should be removed off Metacritic. And then you got IGN, gave the camp. They ain't do the multiplayer yet, and we know they suck at games, so that I don't expect that to score pretty well. But they gave the campaign an 8.8, which is pretty fair. But why didn't you just round that shit up to a 9? Why beat around the bush? Ryan McCaffrey, I know you got fucking clout there at IGN. Round that bitch up to a 9. Do that. It deserves a 9. So here we are. Guys want to know why I'm upset? I was very confident. I'm confident in Gears. I don't think Gears is 5 is 85 or face value. I know for a fact it ain't a fucking 85. I know Gears 5 is going to be the shit when I play. I know it's going to be I know it. I made a dumb bet and put my confidence in the now motherfuckers who are considered experts to review games. That's what I did. I relied on them to give a fair opinion on the game. I relied on people who typically, shit on Xbox to give an Xbox game a good score. Now, 85 isn't a bad score, but I know it's below what Gears 5 deserves. I know it. If you can confidently give Control an 80, 81, 85, and I know for a fact the genre itself in Gears is better than the genre that freaking Control is in. I know for a fact that Gears 5 will shit all over Control. But the review scores won't tell you that. Because people are prisoner in the moment. Why in the fuck did Control score so high? And people are like, well, I didn't score that high. No. No, if Quantum breaks at 78 and Control's at 81, but like, for all the bugs, the frame rate issues that was available during the embargo period and that were available during the review process and at release, they babied that bitch up like it was Remedy's first game. That's not right. We watched the coalition make strides. We watched the coalition listen to feedback and implement them. And this is what it resulted to. In 85, I'm going to refresh it. If this shit don't jump to an 87 by the time I refresh it, like let's refresh. Dude, so I played shut up. I played Gears for years. It's hard to fuck a Gears of War game up. They came close to it when they dropped Judgment, but there hasn't been a worse Gear since then. And obviously Gears 5 is clearly, you know what? I feel like when it comes to Xbox games, the standards just like fucking go up and down when it comes to like what they decide is superb or amazing. Like I put value in none of these words, in none of these dudes like review scores. So when I see them review another game, like when the Borderlands and the Death Strandings come out, like I don't even want to look at it because I know how it's going to make me feel. These like stench face, like every time I think of the people that work for these websites, I get a picture of a man after he just sniffed a stinking ass. Like 8. Like that's what I see. That's all I see. I don't see intelligence. I don't see a smart person. I don't see anybody that has like well-rounded. I see somebody with an agenda. And I hate to be this way. I really do. I hate to be this way because the Coalition, they worked hard on this game. The hype was real for the game. The hype is still real. And the thing is, everybody will say 85 is not bad. It's not a bad score. Now, I don't know if it's going to be nominated for Game of the Year, which I think that's what the goal was. But it sucks. Reason why I'm upset because people say it's just an opinion. It's just an opinion. Sure, it's just an opinion. My opinion is, I think when I play this game, and I'll tell you if it changes, I think this game's going to be a masterpiece. Right now, the game for me always start at a 10 and they have to work their way down. For these motherfuckers, when it comes to Xbox games, they start with a 0 and they have to work their way up. So like the thing is about opinions, well, Metacritic, where games that have a score where they pretty much put like a verdict on your game, it impacts them. Obviously, when your games get like 90s and 95s and stuff, there's sort of a bonus that get handed out. Not only that, they get obviously nominations for Game of the Year. It gives your game accolades. And so the 80s, even though 80 is good and whatnot, I'm not sure I know of a game that received an 80 or something or 85 that got Game of the Year. I mean, somebody can correct me. But like, let this stupid ass new Zelda game come out. Watch that shit. Something magically falls into like a 96 or some shit for just being fucking Zelda. Like it boggles my mind. Look at these review scores. See, I don't get it. What did Gears need to be? It can't be it can't be the best Gears, right? Because the best Gears isn't good enough. I like Sekiro. Do I believe that shit's a 91? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I like Devil May Cry 5. But I think score is a little too high. Outer Wilds, that's that indie thing that was whack. Hey, close the door. Hey, I need you to close the door. Mommy's not out yet. Bye-bye. All right. But when it comes to Xbox games, I feel like there's always a subplot in the review process. It's like a mini game in itself. It's like these motherfuckers huddle up and say, who can get the game the lowest score? US Gamer got a head start. We're like, shit, we're just going to start out at 60. That's what they did. So what that did was everybody that was average like 80, it just killed the whole thing. And then when GameSpot shit, because I don't even think GameSpot's review even hit to this yet. It hasn't. They're going to give it a 7. It's not going to help. It's going to land right around Gears 4, and it doesn't make sense. How could you be so much better than Gears 4 but get the same score? It makes no sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. It freaking hurts to see this shit happen time and time after again. When it comes to these years, like, why does this happen? So they showed mercy on Forza. Sure, Forza's the best racing game. It's the best Forza game in its history. It's the best racing game in general, right? So it's like, okay, you know, they run out of excuses. So they can't really rate it lower because Forza Horizon 4 only improved on Forza Horizon 3. Essentially the same games. It improved. Didn't really change much. It improved. And just put it in a different location. One score, I think 1 point higher than Forza Horizon 3 when it finished out like 90, like 93, 94, I'm not sure, but it's 90. I don't understand how games that can make drastic changes for the better, and I don't believe it, man. I don't believe it. That's why I can't take these people seriously. These guys, these stupid ass gaming websites, these journalists, they need to go away like GameStop. I'm sorry, because they're held to a high regard. They're freaking privileged, spoiled little fucking brats. Get games for freaking free and early just so they can shit on them. I don't even think half these dudes finish half these games. I don't think so. Or they're like, is there a shortage of people in the gaming industry with common sense? That's what I think is the real problem. If you ask me, that is the real problem. There's a shortage of gaming journalists lacking common sense, or they just. I don't get how they're looking at the cup. Is it half full? Is it half empty? Is there anything in the cup at all? Like, what is the process of them reviewing games? I don't get it. So I've been I was supposed to be $120 richer today. As of this morning. I was. It was in my hand. I already started pre-buying shit. Pre-ordering games and shit that I knew I was gonna fucking the recipe is right there. Yo, thank you. Fucking, like, shit breaking apart and shit. Like, come on. My bad, guys. Dudes tried to murder the stream, dude. They tried to murder the stream. All right. So pretty much what I was saying is, I thought I had $120 in my hand. I pre-spent $120 on game pre-orders. Now I got to cancel those pre-orders because these dudes that work for IGN, GameSpot, US Gamer, Kotaku, whatever, they couldn't do their job properly. So I'm out $120. And I have to give $60 to Black Bond and $60 to fucking Jack Move Johnny. The bet was by 50 reviews, Gears, if it's at 90 or better, I win. And that was sniped early. Very, very early. And you don't know how pissed off it makes you. See, the thing is, I'm not mad just because I lost a bet, because I lose bets all the time. There's nothing wrong. It doesn't really faze me. It's a principle, because not like if I'm putting that much confidence in you, like, I mean, if I bet on something, I'm very confident. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very confident. I know for a fact that 85 I'm looking at is a lie. A damn lie. A damn lie. I know for a fact. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's because I don't know what the beef is. Said refresh, check the score now. Still an 85. Still an 85. Like, how did we come to this? How did we come to this? Like, what does Gears need to be? You guys want to turn into a turn-based RPG like Yakuza? Huh? It's too much Gears. Just stop buying it. Like, what do you want Gears to be? A fucking MOBA? A 2D over the top game? Huh? You gonna give Kate a dog to be with her all the time, or a child? That's what we gotta do. It can't. Gears can't be Gears. It can't be. So Gears will never be pretty much a 90 ever again, because its core is still predicated around what it was built around, like its gameplay. I don't want a Gears to be something completely different from the ground up, because once you do that, it's not Gears anymore. It's a new game. Call it something else. Make it a spin-off. Like, I don't get it. They've been selling Marios for freaking 30 years, 30 plus years, and it's still just Mario. That don't change. You can book any Nintendo drop a new console tomorrow. It comes out with a Mario. That Mario is getting a 97 for the strength of being Mario. Mario wasn't that good. Not the last one. Neither was Zelda. I mean, I'm not saying Gears deserve a Mario or a Zelda score, but they weren't that good. They got nostalgia points. Nostalgia points. And Control, they just got, you know what happened with Control? The media fell into the hype, like, you know what? Maybe Sony might be buying these motherfuckers. We might want to add a couple more points to that shit. You know, Death Stranding, that's gonna break 90. I don't even think that shit's gonna be any good, but it's gonna break 90 because you got an overrated developer and everybody's on his job. His last game they reviewed in concentration camps. So I have no faith in gaming journalism. None of that shit. I'm not even bothered. I don't give a fuck about no articles, no breaking news, no big reveals. Just throw the shit on YouTube or Mixer or something like that, and I'll watch it there and I'll draw my pen. I don't give a fuck about nobody's commentary, because they ain't worth a damn when it comes to video games. I don't want to read nobody's previews, nobody's reviews, because we know opinions are like assholes and everybody has one. right? But for some reason, some opinions are more valid than the others. And I can't consider this valid. I will not accept that. No. Gears 5 isn't an 85. It's not. And I'm going to be validated when I play it. When I play the final release of it. I'm going to be validated. I don't even think the coalition wasn't expecting this. It's the first time Xbox Studio was pretty much amping a Metascore reveal. Like they were retweeting and tweeting out time. They didn't expect this. They thought they had it. They thought they had the bag, just like I did. They were betrayed by these losers they gave games to. Now, unfortunately, what they need to start doing is apparently YouTubers are having a better time with Gears 5 than these so-called experts, but unfortunately, YouTuber scores don't count for Metacritic. It doesn't. And that's a little problematic. Now, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of Gears. I know I am. We'll talk with Platin Tarver. You're an asshole. But thanks for the 10,000. I'm gonna enjoy the game. We'll discuss this whole thing with Bond and Jack move. But you guys thought I was upset about the whole Crackdown thing, right? The last review things that I kind of ranted over. I still think that was bullshit. Because I think there was a hit out on that game. I wouldn't say there's. I feel like this game. No, everybody from looking at all the Gears 5 previews and everything, nobody would say, "Oh yeah, it's 1 point better than Gears 4," or it's just as about the same as Gears 4. Audible says he's bet COD will get a 90. It probably will, unless they'll play the agenda game. It depends on how liberal media is, but we'll see. Boss moves. Woosah, yeah. I'm calm. I think I'm calm. I calmed myself down before I did the live stream. I'm very calm. Disappointed. I'm mad because they're not giving this game its due, and it's not fair. Let's refresh it again. See if this thing improved. It's like if I lived in where most of these outlets are at, which is probably California, I would be roundhouse kicking like from business door to business door. Like, let's see all 44 critic reviews. What is up with all these 80s? The Game Network. What a generic name. We're still waiting on Destructoid, IGN. Their campaign's at an 8.8. We'll see what they do with multiplayer. Kotaku, yeah, them dudes. Kotaku, oh my god. Yep, there's a 58 coming. Polygon, The Verge, Waypoint. We're playing. Why do IGN got 2? Like, why do they account for 2? GameSpot, they get ready to give the game a 7. It just hasn't been updated. A 70. How did you fix your lips to say a 70 on Gears 5 though? That shit. How do you fix your crooked ass lips to say some shit like that? GameSpot, you know what? They always hated Gears anyway. Them box-headed, beady-eyed motherfuckers. Like, they always hated freaking Gears. Like, they gave Gears, the Ultimate Edition, a 6. I think they gave Gears 4 a 7. It's like, It's something about GameSpot that everybody that works there, I just look at them and be like, yo, if I ever met any of you dudes, like if I ever met any of you guys in person, I would probably break my arm with the cop back I would do to slap the shit out of one of them. Because that's how much I dislike their opinions when it comes to video games. That's how much GameSpot is one of the worst sources for video game opinions. One of the worst. Oh man. All right. Can I get this big ass Sony advertisement out? Like, come on, man. Close ad. Thank you. But three subpar reviews they're gonna have, and then you obviously gotta add IGN. I'm not keen on it. Distrust. So this is looking at like a 75. Thus far, Gears 5 is shaping to be a solid Gears game. Even if I'm not keen on the new things it's trying, Gears works best as a linear cover shooter, not something with open world sensibilities. Sometimes things don't need to evolve. Sometimes you just want to keep wrecking shit with chainsaws. You motherfuckers, if you kept that same energy when Gears 4 came out, we wouldn't have to be doing this shit now. No, because Gears 4 was too much like Gears 1, 2, and 3 being a cover shooter. They couldn't improve the score. Oh, this is an 84 because nothing changed. Now the shit changes and this nigga don't like it. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Wow. Gears 5 has the worst single player campaign in the series so far. I'm curious to see what games you're interested in, buddy. So I lost because when his score drops, if he says it's the worst and that was the biggest change, that means the game is like a 65. That's probably going to be the only negative review. Like in GameSpot, they just don't know how to be fucking favorable at all. All right, let's read what GameSpot is going to have to say. Gears 5 is very much a return to those best elements of Gears of War, but with the focus on making the game feel somewhat more adaptive to your particular ways of playing. Whether you want the campaign or co-op, competitive or quick play, there's an option for you in Gears 5. And plenty of stuff to reward your time spent and skill gain. Gears 5 might suffer from some of the same storytelling missteps as its predecessors, and it might not venture far out of the past, but the new idea it brings to the series is all good reasons for fans to return. Provisional score 70. So how did you get a 70 out of that? How? And IGN Italia. I'm not even going to do it. Gears 5 is still the same game it has always been, but in her name is not Katie! But in Katie, it finds a fresh new character with more intriguing story. Remove this shit before it goes live. Her name is not Katie. Automatic fail. Katie? And Kotaku. I love these dudes. These snake oil drinking ass dudes over here. But let's see what they have to say. The creative team for the series changed a lot since its beginnings. The world around Gears has changed too. Gears 5 seems like a reflection of those changes. It's a game that further complicates its world and stars a more complex hero. It's still a game with a chainsaw gun, but now those chainsaw guns can have a grenade launcher attached. Sometimes change is good. I'm interested in reading that full review. Maybe they didn't piss me off. Polygon. The Verge. We need they shit to drop. Now, Gears 5 is unexpectedly phenomenal. Those were the same terms I seen people using for Control. How? I don't know. But this, straight to the point. This review needs to go live now. Matter of fact, let me see the full review. Let me see if you got a score in that. Put a score in that bad boy. Let's see what you did. Come on, dude. Let me scroll. Where's your score? Okay, well, I guess I have to wait for Metascores credit to see the score. But sounds like a 9. If that's just your summary, that sounds like a 9. And then IGN, let's see. And every Italy says a satisfactory campaign overall. That's not good enough, B. You need to change the wording on that. That's looking like a 75 or 80. IGN says Gears of War may have initially thrived because it refined and helped revive the third-person cover shooter, but it has survived for much less obvious reasons. It has heart. From Dom's search for his wife, Maria, in the first 2 games, to the breaking of a bond in Gears of War 3, to the passing of the torch to a new generation of Gears. And the last time out, this series matters because its characters make you care. Gears 5 is no different, and the consequences from your actions here, along with this welcome gameplay improvements, will affect both this and future games in a way I'm eager to see. Campaign review. That's the one they did at 8.8. All right, so let's go back. It's now 10:44. Come on, man. What the? Still 85. So not much has changed. And get this. Please stop it. All right. Floyd Mayweather, don't make any more bets. Don't make any more bets. Start review bombing. All right, I would now take questions. I'm sorry for the chats I didn't read prior to this. Shout out to the 69 watching here on Mixer. This is the most I've had so far. 70. Thanks for all the sparks. I don't want to read that name, especially in the mood that I am right now, but Xbox is a trash box with 200 sparks. White Monks, 10,000. Spec the Dead says 85 is the new 69. 85 is really good. It's really good for a game like freaking Quantum Break, which deserved that. It's really good for a game like a Recore or a Sea of Thieves and stuff like that. But for Gears is above that. Gears have seen the glory days before. So all these 85 to a typical game for like a game like Control, yeah, those are great scores. But for Gears, this is a low ball. This is like going for a job, expecting like 100,000, and these motherfuckers offer you 85,000. You know they're willing to pay 100,000, but they're gonna offer you 85,000. You don't accept that. No. Later. Give me a second. All right. You won't accept that. This is a low ball. I believe all the reviews, like from like a majority, once you get below COG connected, all those 80s and 70s, those are misguided judgments. Misguided. Completely misguided. Completely misguided. Those aren't like those are like what you're seeing there are pretty much people knowing that the game is better than advertised, and they're just doing something to prove a point. And God Zick says all COD games get 90s. Yeah, and Call of Duty has sucked for almost 8 years. And they all just by default get a favorable score. You still got 17 reviews. You think 17 reviews? All right. So the thing is, I got 17 reviews, but the problem is, all right. No. All right. Thank you. Love you. The thing is, there's 17 reviews left. The problem with that is a lot of those reviews are already in. And so we already know the score is trending towards. They're not submitted through Metacritic, but GameSpot already gave it a 7. IGN is already at maybe a 8.5. The campaign's at 8.8, so we'll see how they like the multiplayer. The IGN Italy is going to rank it lower. There's not like, so it's going to, like I said, round out to be. I see the highest it gets is an 86, 87. The lowest it gets is an 84. In no way, in shape or form, just on face value, should this game fall at the same pace or below Gears 4. It just shouldn't happen, because if it does that, then that means Gears 4 was a lot better than what they gave it credit for. And I don't like when these guys do that, yo. They have no freaking, there's no merit to their reviews. Said, be honest, do you think the new Call of Duty will make a comeback? Yes. I think the new Call of Duty is probably the best Call of Duty in about 8 years. About 8 years. Based on what I played, I don't know if all the game modes will feel that way, but I enjoy it. I don't think I'm going to like it more than Gears. I'll play it. The only reason why I'll play Call of Duty more this year, because EA can't seem to release an NBA Live this year. So that's going to be a bunch of gaming hours I have available for a game like a Call of Duty, or a game like Borderlands, or a game like freaking what other game I've been thinking about? The Outer Worlds. You said OpenCritic has Gears 5 out of 86. Well, OpenCritic and Metacritic share the same, honestly, reviewers. They just have they're a little bit more open to other, opinions there. So that's why the difference in score is always going to be like a slight difference, because there's probably more reviewers available on OpenCritic. You said, Smooth, so every Xbox exclusive should garner 90s average scores? No, I've never said that. Gears 5? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Forza Horizon, the Forza Horizon series, I feel like there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing remotely wrong with those games. So it's hard to see, like, okay, can you justify a 70 or an 80 score for a Forza Horizon game if nothing's generically wrong with it? There's nothing, actually, from the reviews I'm seeing, there's nothing wrong with Gears. It's like, but their problem is, it's like, well, how, like, what kind of a story do you fucking want? These dudes will give like a walking simulator with just nothing but narration, like a 9 out of a 10. Oh, the story was just so wonderful. They'll do some shit like that, but they'll throw an action-packed cinematic experience like completely fucking out the window. Like, the story it still falls into the traps of its old game. What trap is that? Can you explain? What trap is it doing? What's the story flaw in Gears? What? The Almighty Spartan God, let me murder this right now. You said, Kid Smooth, the media isn't biased. I can show proof PlayStation 4 has more low-rated games than Xbox. What have Xbox gamers been fighting all generation? The term Xbox has no games. So by default, based on that, PlayStation has more games than Xbox. So chances are they have more lower rated games because there's more games available over there. So that murders that. However, if we're looking at racial, for the games that are available on Xbox, I guarantee you probably the percentage of lower rated games is probably higher on Xbox than it is on PlayStation. Based on games available, sure, PlayStation might have more lower rated games, but the amount of games Xbox has, it seems like may seem like Xbox has more because the amount of games it has. Now, Xbox, I'm not saying Xbox has a little bit of games, but and especially first party exclusives and stuff like that, it just is it's unfair. It's unfair. Yeah. Mr. Heisenberg says, I was low-key hoping you would get a W this time, Smooth. I hope you enjoy the game still. Mister, I will enjoy the game. Matter of fact, the month of September is dedicated to Gears 4. I'm going to be having a day just for Horde, a day just for escape mode, a day just for arcade and multiplayer. But that's after I get through the campaign. I already love Gears. I'm already with the shit, so I'm already on it. So these review scores don't change my shit. Like, for example, this Metacritic lied and said Control is a fucking above average game. They lied and said that Control is above average game. I like Control because I like the genre that Control's in. I like Quantum Break, I love my Tomb Raiders, I love my Uncharted. But Control, in no way is Control what Metacritic says it is. What GameSpot says it is. They lied. And they finna lie on Death Stranding. They finna lie on a lot of games, and they lied on Gears because they said Gears is less than what it is. If you're loving Control, I suggest you to play Quantum Break. Now, I will say, Control, better physics. More better abilities leads to better gameplay. Quantum Break, however, better story, looks better, performs better. My personal opinion. If you have an Xbox One X, play Quantum Break. Just give it a try. After you beat Control, you'll get through Quantum Break quicker than you'll get through Control anyway. So, talking about Sean Ashmore was a better character than Jesse Faden. Jack Joyce. I prefer Jack Joyce's character than Jesse Faden. Jesse Faden had that fucking, like, what's her name? What's that chick's name from Horizon Zero Dawn? Aloy. She had that Aloy stiff face syndrome where they just fucking looking around like, I don't know the thing. It's not even an RPG. She's like looking crazy and shit. Like, yeah, but like I said on Twitter, I'm gonna just rehash some of the things I said on Twitter because this is exactly how I felt when I opened up Metacritic. I was trying to ignore people because I knew people would hit me up before I got to see the review scores for Gears 5. So I was ignoring. And when I started to read them, I just felt some type of way. I think US Gamer trolled people with their review. I think they just had it out. 60 Gears 5, kiss my ass. I feel like what I said about Control, gaming journalists, they want to ignore the bugs and errors that Control had, but they still felt it was enough to warrant a favorable score. Know what I mean? If that, like, I still don't. Then what was the issue with Mass Effect Andromeda? Like, they slaughtered that game. You know what I mean? When you think about it, it's like I don't know what games is really worthy of some of these scores. I just don't understand gaming journalism anymore. I don't understand it. I don't know what's the point. I'm sick and tired of. I don't like the method of of them being priority to get games to. I would love to have a review code for Gears 5. I would have reviewed the game. I mean, now I'm not saying, hey, I mean, am I biased? I mean, yeah, I'm a fan of Gears. There's only one Gears I did not like, and that was Judgment. I didn't care for Gears 4, lots of Gears 4 campaign a lot because they kept shoehorning Horde in, and I couldn't stand fighting those robots. But as far as the complete package, I thought it was decent. It wasn't my favorite Gears. That still goes to Gears 2, then Gears 3. Then I'll probably put 1, 4, and Judgment in that order. Gears 2, by far my favorite. Now I'm gonna see where 5 lands. I think honestly, just looking at what I see, I feel like 5 is gonna trump them all. So I just can't. It's not resonating with me that 5 would be less than a previous Gear. So it's sort of bullshit. But I can't believe this dude. Last night, Weapon Wheel Memes created this. I gotta show you guys this. Weapon Wheel Memes created this image here. If I could get it up. That was last night. That was a forewarning. I should have saw this bullshit coming. Let me minimize this shit. so you guys can see the whole thing. Let me see. Damn. There you go. Let me just pick it up. I should have saw this shit coming. Weapon Wheel Memes called it. He tweeted this shit. I should have saw it coming. This was last night before any of the review scores dropped. Nope. There we go. Randall Thor says Gears 5 is Xbox's best game this generation. I'll take his word. He said, I'll take his word and yours over IGN and GameSpot any day of the week. Shout out to Chen$214. Yeah, I watched Rand. I started to watch Rand's review, but I couldn't. I started watching his. I started watching Dealers. I didn't get to watch Coach yet, so I'm gonna take some time today and watch those. And see how see what their opinion is. Because they're the only ones that were privileged that I know to get to play the game in this entirety. I mean, they know how I feel about the game. You know, these are fellow Xbox dudes. Rand, you guys view Rand is fair. He says it's the best. So, like, I believe that. I don't believe the bullshit I'm seeing on Metacritic. I don't. Sedalian Squirrel, thanks for a 10,000 spark. Your Hardcore Casual, thanks for the follow. I blame Jack the Robot for this score. But shout out to everybody with the sparks on Mixer. Back over to YouTube. Said media bias. Let me click on what he just showed me. I see your score. But think about it. Think about it though. Almighty Spartan God. He just sent over a picture of a bunch of PlayStation games that scored like poorly. The common denominator here is, you see all those games? None of those are on Xbox. If they were, they would have the same score. I don't see anything familiar that's on this list that's actually available on Xbox outside of probably Dynasty Warriors. And then, yeah, outside of that, like I'm not sure, like I've never seen that little rabbit there. Nah. So that's why, like I said, that doesn't really mean shit, because some PlayStation, Xbox has no games, so by default, any game on PlayStation that is not on Xbox is going to tip the scales. But remember, you guys aren't looking at those games. You guys aren't copy and pasting those on Twitter to compare with an Xbox game. You guys take the top tier games like the God of Wars, the Horizon Zero Dawns, the Uncharted's, the Bloodborns, and then you took that against the Xbox top tier games, the Forzas, the Halos, the Gears, the Sea of Thieves, and all this other stuff. And that's when shit starts to get spooky. But I'm mad he knew the name. He says Boopsy the Bobcat. That's what it was called, Bubsy the Bobcat. But yeah, like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take me a break. I'm gonna have me something to drink. I'm gonna clear my head, and I'm gonna get back online, and I might stream me a game or so. Hopefully you guys show up to my actual game streams, because this is pitiful, Mixer. Get 6 viewers playing a game. I complain about these shitty ass review scores, and 70 people want to show up. Really though? That's how y'all doing me? Really? But shout out to YouTube, because 370 some odd people watching. I'm sorry. Only reason why I did the cold stream through both because I felt like everybody need to hear my opinion because I feel like I have a valid opinion. I feel like there's a hit. I feel like Xbox games are being treated unfairly when it comes to review. I feel like there's just something off. Something off. You said Mixer is slow? Oh, man. Refresh before I end the stream. All right, I'm going to end the stream. I went live at 10:05. I'm gonna stop the stream in about 2 or 3 minutes. Why would I play a Souls game on a day like today? I'm not in the mood. I can't play a Souls game, even though I should play Remnant of the Ashes. Unfortunately, I can't afford Remnant of the Ashes anymore because I gotta give Bond and Jack move, man. These like. They know they don't deserve this shit. They know. They fucking know they don't deserve this. They know these senile dudes handed them a W. A Neo challenge. Whew, that game's too long. Sounded like another, what's that, care package? Somebody put it. Somebody said watch Quantum Break. Gamer slasher. But with that being said, before everybody leaves my Mixer and my YouTube stream, I am doing, like I said, I'm dedicating streams to Gears. I'm looking for a core Gears team to somebody that can run through Escape with me. At least once a week. Escape at least once a week. A team that can run Horde with me at least once a week. And then obviously Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill at least once a week. I need a dedicated squad because every time we play this game, I'm going to be streaming. I'm off of work until September 9th. So I'm going to be on, whether it be Mixer or doing videos. I'm with the fuck shit, honestly, for the rest of the week, honestly. So if you're interested, follow me on Twitter. Let me know. Hit me up any way you can contact me. Twitter, YouTube, Mixer. Let me know. I need a dedicated squad. Because I will get past these shitty ass reviews. I'll get past it and come to the understanding that Gears 5 is probably the best game to come out in 2019. Because only way people will counter me is they'll say Resident Evil, a remake of a classic game that came out in 97. I mean, I don't even count that game. So we'll see. We did a quick refresh. Again, still in 85. But that's it for the time, guys. Thanks for. Sure, he's at get on that payment plan. Yep. You might as well just give me. I should just forfeit my weapon wheel. Nah, I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah. So I will see you guys a little bit later. Like I said, I might be streaming a couple times today. It's only 11 a.m. So you guys have a good one. And please call these people out on this fuck shit. We know this shit ain't right. Do it. Do that. At least do me that favor. Once you all play the game and you realize it's above an 85, call it out. Call it out. That's my time, guys. As always, Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. And that's my cue. Shout out to Flam Goon for the follow. Shout out to White Monks for the follow. Shout out to, because you guys are coming in as I'm about to end the damn stream. Yeah. Peace though. Thicker, like, yeah. Let's play Resident Evil 6 player.